Hey guys, it's me, Marty, and welcome to this week's edition of First Impression Fridays. So today I have something really exciting that I want to kind of talk about with y'all. It's so cool. The Anastasia Beverly Hills, I think it's called the Volt. Yeah, the 2-palette Volt. So this one was available. This one came from Macy's. I'm not sure if Anastasia Beverly Hills has it on their own site or anything, or Ulta or anything like that. But I know this one came from Macy's. So if you look up here, the price of this one is $49, but it's an $84 value, which is absolutely true. Look at this beautiful packaging, y'all. I mean, it's so pretty. So this is going to be another 2-for-1 video. So when you consider the fact that an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette costs $42 on its own, and you get 2 of them for $49, that is insane. And last week or the week before that, I did notice it was on sale. And if you put the code in, it was going to be $41.63. Sorry, $41.65 on sale. Now, unfortunately, at Macy's, it is no longer in stock, at least for the time being. It may come back later, so keep an eye on it. I always suggest people get the Macy's app, because it just will notify you when stuff like this is going on, so you can get it as soon as it comes out. Because at this price, I mean, I'm sure they're selling out like crazy. Okay, so let's slide off this little, I don't know, cardboard situation that's like a label. Let's slide that off. I just can't with this box, y'all. This packaging is phenomenal, like phenomenal. Ooh. Okay, so after sliding the sleeve off, this is the top of the box. It says Anastasia Beverly Hills. There's glitter and the logo on the side, information on the back with more glitter, and another logo on the other side. When you look at it in the front, there are 2 drawers in it, which is so awesome. The drawers have the little, like, it's like a ribbon, so you don't have to like try to fight with it to pull it open. You just grab this and you can pull it out. Yeah. Okay, so the first palette that comes with it is the Modern Renaissance palette. So this is literally the exact same thing you find anywhere else. It is a full-on Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, full size, all that good stuff. The second one, which I actually did use today on my eyeshadow, is the Soft Glam palette. So I was saying while I was shooting with this, while I was kind of working with it, that I am not always like super excited for an Anastasia launch. I don't really, get that excited about it. But it is just a really, when I saw it on display, I think in Ulta, and I was like, Soft Glam is like my middle name. Like, that's literally my go-to look, is a nice soft glam look. So I want to zoom in a little bit so y'all can see this look. This is a look I did today using this palette, and I'm going to shoot tomorrow using the Modern Renaissance palette. So if you want to see how I use this beautiful soft glam palette from this Anastasia Beverly Hills Volt, you can just keep on watching. Thanks. I know I talked about it in the intro, but y'all, is this not freaking beautiful? It's beautiful. So I'm going to start off with and look, the little ribbons on each drawer. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Y'all did this. This is amazing. It's beautiful. And the price point, really? So my original plan was to do them in the order that they came. Like when you slide out the first drawer, if you guys remember, it was, why can't I remember that? It was the Modern Renaissance palette first, and then this one. So I just wanted to kind of mention that right before we get started, because I'm going to be doing red lip today. So I wanted to keep the eyes pretty simple, because a red lip sometimes can be pretty bold. So what else would I use to make a soft glam but this soft glam palette? So let's talk about the packaging first. So it's really super duper soft. It's got that same like velvety suede that all the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes have. Of course, looks super expensive. It is super expensive. The back, something I noticed about this one though, the back does not have a readout of the shades. Like usually on the back of these packages, they have like almost like a diagram of the inside of it with all the pans and what the shades are. But that's fine. I actually don't really need that, because I'm going to turn it around anyway and use it. Just something to mention. So now I'm going to go, we're going to open it up. Here it is, you guys, the Soft Glam palette. Okay, so while I'm setting my eyes with this banana setting powder from Bella Pierre, I'm going to kind of talk to you a little bit about some other stuff involving, we're going to chatteroo, okay? So I've never been particularly excited about Anastasia Beverly Hills launches. I usually just, when I find them somewhere on sale, I'll buy them because they are all beautiful. But they're not something that I feel like I have to hurry up and rush out and get when they announce them. You know what I mean? It's not like, which there are a few, I don't think I've ever done that with a palette, an eyeshadow palette, except the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson palette, which I still cannot get my hands on. That's the only palette I was super excited for when it first dropped. Only one I've ever been excited about was actually the Soft Glam palette, and I never got it because I just thought it was overpriced. But when I first saw it, I think I saw it online, like I saw it on their page or something. So the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is like, it legit has my name on it. This palette with a nude lip is my everyday vibe. So I'm gonna open it and look at the shades. We are gonna swatch them at the end of this. So this is the palette itself. The shades are beautiful. I have to say, they're not as soft as I was expecting them to be. I thought it was like mulberry, sienna, cypress, umber, and noir to me are pretty bold for a soft glam look. But, you know, I'm not mad at it for certain. So I'm going to take off the little plastic thingy that covers the shades, which people make fun of me because I keep those things, but I keep them because of the fact that I don't like my mirror to get dirty. Like usually I won't even peel the mirror off. Today I'm going to do it because I'm trying to do better with that. That's an OCD trait, by the way. You leaving it on like that. I know I just messed up that mirror. Yes, I did, but that's okay. I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's my mirror now, so who cares? Whatever. Oh, I didn't. I thought I bit it. I thought I messed it up, but I didn't. Okay, so this palette, I love this big mirror. It's pretty much the same as every other Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. They follow the same look all the time mostly. And I'm not mad at that. I actually like that. I don't like these gimmicky, you know, this time we're going to do this many pans and this time we're going to do a different kind of, like, I don't like that. I like when a brand is recognizable and familiar. So I like this. I have the Anastasia palette brush, which every Anastasia Beverly Hills palette comes with. Y'all, oh my God, these nails are fly, but man, they ruin everything for me. Like I can't do anything with these on. That's weird. When you see this palette in the light, I mean the mirror, y'all see all those little weird marks on it? That is so weird. I don't know what that is or why it's there. Is there maybe another film? No, that's just straight up mirror. Okay, well, I don't know. So I'm going to, like I always do, try to use the brush since it comes with it. Time to zoom in. But I usually don't use these. They're pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm being nice for no reason, so never mind. So I'm going to dip into, to start this very soft glam look. I believe I want to, I think I want to do burnt orange right here as my transition color. So I'm going to dip the kind of fluffier part in there a little bit. And then I'm going to start, like I always do, corner to corner. Oh, I love this already. That burnt orange is so pretty. Now, similar to what I did with my Tarte's Pro Palette review, I'm going to do 2 looks, but this is a little different than that because it's not 2 looks with one palette. It's 2 totally different palettes. So again, just for my girls that have more melanin in their skin as I do, this burnt orange is a tremendous color for a transition shade. Look at that. It's so pretty. I'd like to do a look with this as like the main color at some point. But anyway, so I will say this, and I've said this about Anastasia before. If you look, there is a little bit of fallout. There's a little bit of kick up, but I'm not mad at it at all. Good old contamination. So after burnt orange, I think for my crease shade, my crease color, I think I want to go with this rustic, which is really pretty. And I'm going to use the other side of that brush to apply rustic. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go about halfway up the eye. Okay, I don't like this brush for that. Let me get another one. Okay, we'll use this one. This one I actually got in an Ipsy bag not that long ago. It's a really good brush. It's dual-ended, so you can get really precise lines on this side, or you could get really fluffy, beautiful like this side. So I'm going to go with rustic with the fluffier side. I'm just going to go up. Yeah, that's better. Up about halfway over the eye, and then we're going to blend it together. That way, it's not a super harsh brown, and it's not a super editorial look because, again, today, and we're coming up on the holidays, so y'all might do that too. We want the lips to be the star, right? We don't need a whole crap ton of eyeshadow because the lip is going to be the most important shade we got happening. So, but this palette, y'all, is gorgeous. I kind of wish I wouldn't have already wrapped up the diamond list for this year because this palette would have made it on there. Although that being said, I have been in quite an Anastasia Beverly Hills kick. I went to TJ Maxx the other day and they had the Riviera palette over there, and it was like a really good deal. So of course, y'all know she had to snatch that one up. So I'm gonna do a tutorial on that one, or first impressions on that one, but way later because I have so many things that I'm so far behind on because these headaches have been horrible. I actually had one today. I spent probably about, well, it was a little more than 12 hours. I went downstairs at 5 o'clock this morning, and it was just a rough morning. And then after that, I got this headache. So it was just bad. And I laid on that couch downstairs all day. Thank God I got a big, fabulous couch that could almost work as a bed because it's so freaking big and so deep. So it's Friday night here. So I'm at home. I usually leave on Friday nights, but since I had such a bad migraine all day, I was like, I'm just going to stay in and chill. And Fridays, for those that don't know, is the day that the morning show, new episodes come out every Friday. While I'm talking about this amazing show, let me keep working. So I'm going to go in with, I like Dusty Rose. Yeah, we'll do Dusty Rose and Soft Pink, and then we'll do Mulberry for the eye contour. So it's on right now, and I'm just like, every time I stop filming for a second, I go and watch the morning show because it's amazing. Okay, so that's Dusty Rose, and it's very pretty. Which, if I remember correctly, isn't there an Anastasia liquid lipstick that's called Dusty Rose? Because I almost bought it, but then I was like, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I got too many things that look too similar to that. But this is beautiful. It's a pretty color. And then after Dusty Rose, I'm going to go with Rose Pink, which is right here. This like pretty glittery shade. And I'm just using the other side of that brush. But of course, she got to back up just in case. I'm just going to bring that to the other half of my eye and just kind of, I don't know how I like this color, Rose Pink, but I do like the look of the makeup. I like the makeup look right now, so far anyway. So anyway, as I was saying, I love that show, The Newsroom. It's so good. I'm just going to use this Miss Glam brush to blend that that matte and that shimmer shade on my lid. Then we're going to do the contour, and then we're going to go all in with it. I'm going to go with Mulberry. This is episode 10. I feel like this should be the season finale or something, but I hope it's not because I have so many more questions that are not being addressed so far. Okay, so if you look, all I did was do a little V with that. And again, it's because that color is pretty dark, so I certainly don't want to go too hard with it right on application. Before I dust that off, I'm going to go in again with the shade Tempera right here. This like really pretty matte white. I'm just going to dip onto that, and I'm going to go in my brow. Yeah, that's pretty for a brow color. And usually I do a shimmer in the brow, but I don't think there's, I don't see a shimmer that is on there anyway. But also, this color is beautiful too, so we can go with that. We'll do a matte. I don't usually do that. And then I'm going to go in with, I'm going to do the lower lash look too. The lower eye look too, while I have it in my hand and I'm sitting here, I'm going to do that too. But yeah, so like that show is so good if you haven't seen it. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because it's some sensitive content, but I'm going to use that same Miss Glam brush I just had to kind of pull Mulberry into my lid, into my crease, and pull it a little bit into the lid work just so that it looks very cohesive. Let me go get a wipe to kind of clean off under my eye. Y'all see I have a lot of last night's makeup still on my face because this headache started last night. So, it's still there. But anyway, yeah, it's just one of those, that show, The Newsroom, is the morning show. I always want to call it The Newsroom, and that's not ever been what it's called. This is also the reason a lot of people ask me why I do my eyeshadow first, before I do my foundation and everything. That's the reason why, because if I mess something up, I can fix it and I can just cover it up with foundation. So, or concealer or whatever else I need to cover it with. I want to go in with Sienna. I'm going to go with Sienna. This really no, you know what? Let's get crazy. I'm going to go with Mulberry under my eyelid. I mean, under my eyelid. The under eye, bottom lash line. So Mulberry here, and just dragging it along my lower lash line using the Shani eyeliner brush. So had I not been doing a red lip today, I would like to hit this with some Fix Plus or Charge Water, whatever. I'd like to wet the brush to put it, to get a stronger one and pull it maybe a little lower, but that's for another time. And I'm going to go in with Fairy, which is this beautiful gold shade right here. And I'm going to put this in my tear duct here. Okay, guys, I'm going to go and do the rest of my makeup, get some liner and lashes on, and I will come back and see you for the, I don't know, final look. Okay, guys, so my look is completely finished with this soft glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which came in this beautiful 2-palette Anastasia Beverly Hills Volt. So this is the finished look. It looks really good. I love the way it came out. It's very matching it with this plaid shirt. Not matching it, but it pulls some of the tones from the plaid shirt. So I really like the look so far. But what I'm going to do right now is swatch it for you guys, which I do when I review any eyeshadow palette. This time it's going to be a little more important though, because again, we have 2 different palettes, 2 totally different full-size palettes to try out. So let's go with the soft glam palette. Hopefully I do better with this one. I hate swatching palettes because I literally forget what they're called as I'm swatching them. So I'm just going to do the top row on this arm and the bottom row on the other arm, only because again, it's so many shades and it's 2 whole different palettes. So the first 5 shades are Tempera. Ooh, I thought it was Tempura, like tempura shrimp, but I think it's Tempera. And then Glistening. That name writes a check that I hope the shade can cash. Oh, it is pretty. Okay, I was like, I can't even see it, but it's pretty gold, so it's close to my skin tone. Orange Soda, which I actually used in my look today. And why when I say orange soda do I hear, who loves orange soda? Cal loves orange soda because I'm still a child, I guess. And then we got Rose Pink here. Rose Pink is also a shade that I used on my look today. I used that on the lid, on the inner lid. Ooh, it's flaking off though. And then last but not least for the top row, we have Sultry. Oh, guys, look at Sultry. How beautiful is that? I don't know why my swatches always lean to one side. Like, yeah. Okay, so I just extended Sultry a little bit just so y'all could see it. And our last 2 shades on the top row are, got Bronze. And Mulberry, which I also used on my face today. I also used that in my look today. So that's our first row with my migraine having self today. I accidentally just dipped into one color twice. It's Sienna, and I'll show y'all when I'm swatching it. I just got some of the gold in it, but it's all good. So, okay, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm doing tonight, y'all. I'm crazy tonight. Okay, so the first shade on the second row is Dusty Rose. Dusty Rose, which is beautiful. I think they have a lip color called that as well. Fairy. Anastasia just cannot be messed with when it comes to glitter shades. Like, their shades are amazing. Burnt Orange. Okay. And Sienna. And I just did it backwards because I don't like how this side is like all faded. And we have 3 more to try. Okay, so this is the shade Rustic, which I believe I use as my transition shade. Look at that, y'all. Rustic. I mean, that is freaking beautiful. Then we have Burnt Umber. Ooh, Burnt Umber right there. And then last but certainly not least, we have Noir. Look at that gorgeous matte black. Oh, too much. Oh, no, it's not 8. Sorry, there are 14 shades, not 16. I don't know what made me think it was 16. So these are our swatches. And I mean, you guys, okay. So the mattes are beautiful on the eye, but they don't come across as strong in a swatch. but the shimmers are insane. And I say that for every Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that I've ever gotten, that their shimmers are just so pigmented and so glittery and just plain freaking beautiful. Plain beautiful. So this is the Soft Glam palette. Let me wipe my hands off a little bit. Okay, and the reason for that, in case anyone cares to know, is because I swatched it, and those Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes have that really beautiful suede on the outside of it, which is gorgeous, but it means they get dirty really, really quickly. So our first review of the 2-palette Volt, the Soft Glam palette, I mean, we pretty much already know it's going to get 5 diamonds. It is just so beautiful. It does have a lot of kick up on it, but I don't think that really matters that much. Anastasia Beverly Hills has proven over and over and over again to consistently be a great brand. Everything I've bought from them, I love. I did have a foundation stick that I returned, but I think I just got the wrong shade. It wasn't a reflection on the stick itself. It was more the shade. So the Soft Glam palette, again, 5 out of 5 diamonds. And I'll be back tomorrow with the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm just going to stick it on the end here. So I assumed that one was going to be, like, I honestly thought at first it was all lip glosses. But then when I opened it, the drawer, there was Modern Renaissance in the top drawer. And then Soft Glam was in the bottom drawer. So if you want to see how I used, this one is the Modern Renaissance palette. You can just keep on watching. It's Christmas Eve here, and so I am shooting this Renaissance palette tutorial review. I mean, Renaissance palette First Impression Fridays. So Merry Christmas Eve. But this Modern Renaissance palette, I looked at it a couple times already, and I noticed that it was a really pretty purple. Well, I didn't look at it in this one. I looked at them online. I saw that there were a lot of like purple colors, a lot of pretty like light pink, so I decided to do a more pinker look. Also, I apologize if I wore this sweater in another, this hoodie in another video. I couldn't remember doing it, so I just put it. I hate wearing the same thing twice in life in general, and for sure on YouTube tutorials. So I already had it on, and I was like, let me go see if I did it, but I didn't have time to go through all my videos. So anyway, so the Modern Renaissance palette, it is, let's talk about the packaging first. So you guys saw the Soft Glam palette and every other Anastasia palette that I have. I don't know for sure if it's all of them, period, but that I have, all have this like very beautiful suede cover, with the exception of the Riviera palette. The Riviera palette has like, it feels kind of like a denim packaging, but it's not. It's softer than that, but it's not like this, not like the suede that all the rest of them have. So I want to try to do a purpley pinky look with this, and I'm going to use a kind of pretty, well, not kind of pretty, but a kind of purpley mauve liquid lipstick today too. So that's the look I'm trying to come to. All right, so I'm kind of looking at it already, and I cannot wait to show y'all. So this is the Modern Renaissance palette. So this is it. It's beautiful. I knew it would be. Anastasia Beverly Hills just comes, I mean, they just hit so well with all their palettes. Like, I don't know, they're just really, really good, and I love just about every palette I've ever owned from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love them. Now, some of them I will use for different times, like the Sultry palette I'll be wearing tomorrow for Christmas. And the Riviera palette is more bright. The Prism and the Sultry palette are two that I usually use for holiday looks because they're glittery, they're happy, they're pretty. And then I use like, and then I'll use Soft Glam is a really good one. Or Modern Renaissance on like a regular day, just go and run and do errands and stuff, but I still need to look cute. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. So we're going to do a look, and then after the look, we are going to do swatches. Okay, dokie, so it's time to start on our actual look. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Much, much better. So let me turn that. Look at that on burnt orange. Let me put it right in y'all face so you can see. See all the kick up from burnt orange? Not mad at that. I don't like it because it gets messy when I'm trying to get ready, but I never usually get ready. I never usually do my makeup until, all right, wait, how do I want to say it? I don't usually get dressed until after my makeup. I'll usually do it while I'm baking. So it doesn't really affect that much, but like today, I'm probably going to stay in this clothes all day because I just got to run around a little bit before I head to my folks' house for Christmas Eve with the fam. Here's the thing about palettes that do have a lot of fallout. Usually, I find if colors have a lot of fallout, for some reason, whatever it is that makes them that powdery, also makes them really easy to blend. Like those palettes that don't have a lot of fallout at all, don't blend as well. Like, ooh, burnt orange is really pretty as a transition. I don't even know why I say that every time I review an Anastasia palette. If there's one thing they have, it's really, really pigmented shades. But if there's another thing they have, it's always good transition shades. And their glitters are second to none. Like, I mean, their glitters and duochromes are like insane. Like, I've taken Anastasia shadows and used them as a blinding highlight if, you know, you're traveling or whatever. And speaking of that, so I'm going to go with Love Letter, which is this really bright pigmented pink. I hope it's not going to be too, I think it will be, but Anastasia, we'll figure it out after. Oh my God. Y'all see how much, I know people say sickening all the time, but I used to say when I was younger, well, I say it all the time, now I'm lying. When something is too good, I'm like, it's disgusting, it's so good. It's so bad, I want to throw up because it's so beautiful. Like, it's so pretty. I'm getting the bubble guts from it. That's how beautiful it is. Anyway, when I was first kind of getting really into makeup, I didn't understand why palettes give brushes. Because if it was something that's like directly formulated to the product, like where it's like a, like if it's one of those things that like you might not actually have this tool, a tool that will work the best for it. So we made one that goes with whatever it is. Not all palettes are like this. Like the Anastasia, every Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that I own anyway, there might be some I don't know about. Every Anastasia Beverly Hills palette comes with the same little palette brush. But now that I kind of, you know, I travel a lot, I'm all over the place all the time. What was I, I'm distracting myself because I'm looking at these colors. So I'm going to go with Vermeer, which is this really pretty kind of pink champagne-y. And I just want to try to apply it in my brow just to see, okay, here we are. All right, that's fine, girl. I now get it because it's so much easier to just grab a palette and just take it with you. Like when I'm in a rush. I'm never really that much in a rush to like leave home for a while. But it's nice when I'm like going somewhere out of town or something and I have to grab all my stuff quick or I oversleep or I have a headache. It's nice to just grab this palette and take off with it and everything's in there that I need. That being said, a lot of the time, not just on Anastasia, but a lot of different brands, a lot of the time, the brush they give is not the best quality. Like I have brushes that are better suited for that, but it's just nice to grab. You can make it work. I mean, I just did this whole look so far with the Anastasia brush, but okay, I'm going to go carve out the lid and we'll move on to lid work, which I love, as y'all all know. All right, mamacita, so lid is now completely carved out and let's see which one of these beautiful babies I'll be using today. I like Venetian red, but I'm thinking, oh, I wish I would have used Real Gar. I know we talked about, and that's something else I like about the Modern Renaissance palette too. I was a computer animations major in college. So anytime you get something in the Bachelor of Art, I'm just going to go with Venetian red while I'm running my mouth off to y'all about my college experience. So when I was in college, I was a art major because my major was, look at that mess, y'all. Oh my God, Venetian red. What? Darling, who said this was okay to do to people? Oh my God, this is one of the most beautiful shades I've ever seen in an eyeshadow palette. I forgot what the hell I was talking about. I'm going to have to go back and watch the video. Oh my God. So I always complain that colors look way more pigmented on my eye than they do on camera. This one is literally, I can't even. Okay, I need to gather my thoughts and try to remember what the hell I was talking about before this happened on my eye here. And I didn't dig the brush in and all. I just barely tapped it because I know how Anastasia Beverly Hills is. And I figured that it was going to be, you know, some real stuff going on here. So, the names of the shades in this palette are, I'm going to go in with Primavera, which is this pretty gold shade. And, so I felt instantly a connection to this palette because a lot of these names are related to art and modern Renaissance. I mean, it makes sense. This purple is just blowing my freaking mind. It is so pretty. You know, guys, at this point in the game, with all the videos I've shot at this point, I should know to just bring both the cups all the way over here to where I shoot. Because my glam station and my shooting area are two different places now. Just so that I can leave my shooting area up for the week. And all I'm doing right now, I'm using the little concentrated blending brush just to blend the line out. I don't want to get rid of that purple color because it is so beautiful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a little bit more of the Venetian red in that corner because I want a really pretty gradient. And at this point, I don't even know what's going into my eye contour because I don't know that I even freaking need it with the stuff that's going on here, Anastasia. But this isn't it's like a rich, deep violet, almost like a violet hot pink. Very, very pretty. Look at that. Under what circumstances? If this was a horse race, I live in Louisiana, we gamble quite a lot. If this were a horse race, I would bet on Venetian red every freaking time because she's doing too much. Like, you know how there's that one friend that's always like super drunk at or pretending to be super drunk at the party, and she like takes one shot of tequila and is like, I'm drunk, woo! That's Venetian red. Just like the drunk girl at the bar, at least one of my best friends. She's too much, but I like her. She's hilarious. Best, like one of the most genuine, cool people I've ever met. I think that's probably it. I'm going to do a full blend of the whole upper eye look, and then I'm going to come back with y'all for the lower eye, which I'm freaking scared to do. I don't know what's going to happen. This is ridiculous. So for said brush, the one I use all the time, the Elizabeth Mott blending brush, I don't see it in here. Because this, oh, here it is. Because this brush is so, look at this. I got this as a Christmas present last night. An early Christmas present. This is one of the makeup cups. It says, I may not be perfect, but my makeup is, with a little kiss print. And then it's got the black and white marble. Because my glam room is like Chanel inspired. It's all black, white, and silver. So this was like right. And that was a really thoughtful, really nice gift. So this is my Renaissance on my eye so far. I'm going to go and do some more of my look. I will come back to y'all when it is time for what? Cream highlight. So that I can put that under the eye and keep it moving. All right, be right back. Okay, guys, so as you can see, my skin now looks pretty different. I have all of my color correct concealer as well as my, so this is a Shani eyeliner brush. And I always just use this one just to kind of drag eyeshadow along the bottom of my eye. Okay, so I'm going to go with red ochre, which is this pretty like brick red color right here. I'm just going to drag it along my lower lash line. Okay, let me go grab the liner I want to use today. Whoop, the pencil liner I want to use today. So I don't normally do this part on camera unless I'm using one from the palette, but I don't know, just to show y'all how it's gonna come out. I'm gonna use this, I think it's Julep. Yeah, Julep Win Pencil Matte Gel Long Lasting Eyeliner. I'm just dragging it right on the corner of my my lash line. And if you notice, no, I'm not dragging it all the way in. I just like to do the corner because I like to make it almost blend, like almost like not an ombre, but like, yeah, I guess like an ombre from the black to more of the pink, and then whatever little pop of color I put in the corner. So I'm just dragging it across. Today might be a tight line day too, now that I see how pretty this thing is spreading and how easy. I usually don't tight line, but. And just a little tip for y'all. That's pretty. I actually kind of want to, I'm going to go back in with red ochre on this little Morphe eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to kind of stamp it in because I like the line it makes with the two of these. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. So the reason I do my under eye look at this point, I'll sometimes do it while I'm baking too. It's just because I know I can go back and clean up with the concealer, so I like to do that at this point before I go in with my cream concealer, because like you can do you know, different things to, I'm going to tight line while I'm talking to y'all. You can do different things to try to make it look a certain way. It's so easy to just, like, I've seen people put concealer over mistakes. I'd rather just clean it. Like, why put extra makeup? I don't know. These looks already take a long time sometimes. I take a long time, but I know people that take, like, way, way longer than me, but. Okay, so I'm going to go and finish the rest of my look, and I'll be back with y'all in a second to swatch. Actually, I take that back. I'm telling you lies, and I apologize for it. I want to, and I forgot about it because I usually do this with blinding highlight, but some of these colors are so freaking pigmented that I think it should be all right. So I'm going to go with Vermeer, which is this, again, champagne-y pink. I'm just going to pop that right there. And, oh, on camera, it's like so much prettier than it is in the mirror. Rudolph could take the day off, baby. I can God, that's late with these tear ducts. So I'm going to go and finish getting myself together, and I'll be back with y'all in a second to go over all of the swatches and kind of give final thoughts on this palette. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be amazing. Okay, guys, so I am completely finished with my look. Y'all see I have a little purple vibe going on today. So real quick, because I got people calling me to go all kind of places on freaking Christmas Eve, but whatever. I want to swatch the Modern Renaissance palette for you. So Modern Renaissance palette. I always see people hold palettes like this on tutorials, and it makes me so nervous because I always feel like eventually that little area is going to wear out and break, but whatever. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, 14, and then 14 shades. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are shimmers, which I love. Y'all know I prefer a very matte palette. So I'm going to go ahead and start swatching these beautiful shades. And just like always, I want to show you guys how much pressure I'm putting and how much of this I'm picking up. Hardly anything. So let's go with Tempera, which is the first shade. This kind of chalky matte white shade. Okay, Tempera. Try to do better. I've been doing the most ridiculous. Anyway, Gold Ochre. Okay, so these for Anastasia, these are kind of a little bit weaker than usual. Vermeer. Vermeer is showing up pretty shiny. Bouillon Fresco. I can't, okay, I'm gonna have to do this way. This is driving me crazy. Okay, Bouillon Fresco. Then we got, what? Antique Bronze. Which I'm kind of surprised I didn't use that shade today because I really thought it was pretty and I got caught up in the other ones. Okay, so our next 5, we have, I love this shade, Love Letter. They are really not, oh, I took something, god damn it, I'm about to do this again. Cypress Umber. Cypress Umber is showing up really strong and really pretty. Raw Sienna, which I think I might have used today, I can't remember. Burnt Orange, I love Burnt Orange. Burnt Orange is a beautiful, beautiful shade. I don't know why these swatches are so weak. They're like super pigmented on the actual eye. Primavera. And the final 4, we have Red Ochre, Venetian Red, that blew my freaking mind today. All right, Warm Taupe. And last but I'm sorry, that was actually Realgar and then Warm Taupe. I'm gonna go back and do Warm Taupe because I actually did them backwards. So, and Warm Taupe. So these are the swatches. The swatches actually don't look that great, but I mean, you guys can see my eyes and I did everything with y'all. I did not go back off camera and add anything or take anything away. It was just like this. So the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm gonna do 4 out of 5 stars. I love the palette itself, but I'm just concerned that the swatches were so much weaker than they should be. So because of the swatches, I am going to take a diamond off. So we'll do 4 out of 5 stars. Okay, guys. So the beautiful Anastasia Beverly Hills Volt here, 2 palette Volt, which houses, again, houses the Soft Glam palette right here. And I'm going to put the Modern Renaissance palette back where it belongs, which is in the top drawer. This, again, I received from Macy's. It is so beautiful. This is the actual packaging itself, the box, which y'all know me well enough to know is going to stay out on that Glam station. It's so gorgeous. I love it so much. I mean, the money for it is insane. So, again, the price is $49. It's $84 value if you don't know anything about Anastasia. Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes are normally $42 a palette. So to get both of them in here, even if you're paying just $49, which is the price they were selling at Macy's, it was on a bigger sale. I think when it was on the lowest I've seen, it was $41. So you're paying $41 for 2 palettes when you could buy 1 for $42. So this is amazing. It's beautiful. I hope a lot of people got this as Christmas presents because, again, it is just insanely gorgeous. Both of these, where are you at? Soft Glam palette and the Modern Renaissance palette, both beautiful, outstanding palettes on their own. Put them together and put it in this beautiful packaging. You can't go wrong. So Anastasia Beverly Hills always hits it out the park. Thank you so much for watching this edition of First Impression Fridays here on Diamonds and Denim. I hope you guys all really, really enjoy your holidays with your family. The world is crazy right now, so I think we all need to kind of hold our loved ones a little tighter and really, really enjoy each other's company. Put your phones down, because I hate when people have their phones out for like holidays. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great holiday. Bye.